On the hot seat today, we have Riz Malik, one of the stars of Hot Market. By the way, my favorite. I'm addicted. You know, I'm addicted to the show.
Well, cheers to that. I'm glad you love the show.
Oh, we all had glasses. Super. So how are you doing?
You can't be in the hot seat without alcohol. Come on, let's be honest.
We need to prep.
You need to loosen up my tongue a little bit.
That's right. Gosh, you know what? I was telling to Angelika, I'm watching your Instagram posts and your cooking is dope. That's crazy. And you know, I accuse you of having a private chef in your place.
I can assure you all the cooking is 100% me. I mean, it's kind of like a personality trait. If I'm going to do something, I'll do it 100%. Otherwise, right. I'm not going to do it at all. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to take on cooking. I'm going to try to cook for myself during quarantine, when quarantine was supposed to be 2 weeks. When this all started back in March, we thought, you know what? It's a couple of weeks. I've never cooked in my kitchen ever before. I boil water every morning for tea, and that's the extent of it. And I have tons and tons of alcohol and juice and pop and stuff like that in my house. My fridge never even had groceries. It never seen groceries before in its life. But I thought, you know what? It's 2 weeks, 14 days. I can make myself some, boiled pasta with some canned tomato sauce. I did that the first day, and I realized I can't live on this. So change it up. That I did. And now it's been 60 days almost that I've been cooking for myself exclusively. I haven't once ordered in. And it's been a very rewarding process, but I'll be honest, I'm dying to have someone else cook for me. I'm tired.
I just want to thank you so much for being in a hot seat today. As you know, we are raising money for animal shelters, so thank you so much. And I also want to thank our sponsor, Canadaland.com, for their donation. Guys, you're amazing.
Yes, thank you so much. What a wonderful cause. As you know, I have a beautiful little Maltese, Luna. She's the love of my life. And, it's really, really important. It's important to think about everyone and everything in this difficult time, right? So, and dogs and pets, cats, all included.
So we have prepared 10 questions and you're going to choose 6 random questions, all right?
Okay.
Some of the questions are super.
Let me take a big sip.
That's what I want to
We're doing a big sip.
Because some of the questions a little bit more challenging. So are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this. It's for a great cause.
Yes.
The pets deserve this. The animals deserve this. We love them. So let's do it.
So choose one question from 1 to 10. Any question.
A random number? Okay, let's go with my least favorite number, number 4.
Number 4. Okay. Oh, okay.
Am I going to regret this?
Okay. Okay. From your hot market co-stars, who hustle the most? Who has the best connections? Who has the biggest ego? Who has the best fashion sense? And who is the most successful? Let's start who.
I thought this was 10 questions in total. Number 4 is 10 questions.
We pocket everything in one.
That's a really big question.
Let's start. Who hustles the most?
Who hustles the most? To be completely honest, I think between me and my co-stars, and I promise, all my answers will not be like Switzerland. They're not going to be like totally rehearsed, because they're not. I've never seen these questions before. I think we all hustle in different ways. The good thing about all of us, we all work in very different markets. Like I do a lot of my business downtown. Stephanie, for example, she does a lot of her business north, in just north of the city in Barrie. That's like her bread and butter. So we all hustle enough. We all hustle in different ways, but it's that we take control of a different segment of the market, right? Like I can go to Barrie and sell a house, but someone asked me a couple days ago, a friend of mine, that she has a place in Oromadonte she wants to sell, and she asked me if I would help her, but I referred that out because my primary business is here, and it would be doing her a disservice by saying, oh yeah, you know what, I'll come up there and try to sell it for you. I can. I feel like it's in her best interest to refer that out. So when it comes to hustling, I think we all do it. We all do it in very different ways.
That's absolutely fair. But who has the biggest ego? That you can
for sure me. For sure me. Have you seen the show?
I was waiting for that. I'm thinking, is he going to be honest or not? Right?
I told you, I'm not going to be Switzerland. I'm going to be honest with you. 100% me.
Okay, then who has the best fashion sense?
That's a tough one. I think I really, 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 really like Odine's sense of style.
Okay.
I think Odine's really, really great. I think I have pretty decent fashion on the show. Like if you see the show, you'll see. Yeah. Stephanie's quirky. Like she's got her own edge. So yeah, I think again, we're all different in the way we style and the way we dress ourselves. And I think that's what makes the show really, really great, just because we all bring our own different personalities.
So this time you didn't say it's me. Okay.
I put myself second. I had to start with Odine.
Okay. I'm just going to put one more. Who has the best connections? Who's really well connected?
You know what? I think Odine again. Odine's great. She was at Drake's Christmas party. I mean, that was pretty impressive. Pretty great. Then again, I was in Rome, so and I got a private tour of the Vatican. So I don't know. Do you want the Pope or do you want Drake? You pick.
For me, it's going to be Drake.
Hey, I'm not even Catholic. I'll take the Pope.
Okay, great. Okay, you know what? Yes, I would consider this. You answered the question. Chink, chink. Okay, please choose
$100. Perfect. Let's go.
Yes, in just few minutes. Yeah. So please choose another number from 1 to 10, except 4.
Okay, now we'll go to my favorite number, which is number 8.
Okay, number 8.
Oh, Angelika's already making a funny face. She's like, oh no.
That's the easy. So what was the most expensive property you sold?
On the show or just in general?
General,
yes.
Yeah.
Give or take, I mean, about $10 million. So it was sold for 10, and then we had a little reduction afterwards. But the list price was $10 million.
Okay.
And that was downtown? Was that downtown or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
That's another $100. That was an easy 100.
Yes.
That was easy, right?
That was an easy 100.
Yeah.
Canada, he's doing very well. He's going to really take the money.
No, I will make sure we get $600. I promise you. If that's the maximum I can get, we're getting to 600.
Okay.
Okay, so now we'll go with number 2.
Number 2. Oh, okay. If you can have your own TV show, what kind of show would it be? Maybe you're already working on something.
Who have you been talking to? No. You know what? I think what Hot Market is and what it represents, I think it was a great show. It is a great show. I think a lot of people enjoy it. I get messages. I get emails. I was at the grocery store, actually, not too long ago, and this woman comes up to me. She had to be in her, mid-70s, and she's like, I've seen you. And the minute she said that at first, I was like, did she see me sneeze on something and put it back? Is she going to give me crap for in the middle of COVID, you sneezed on that bag of potato chips and you put it back on the shelf? I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. What did you see? And she's like, I saw you on TV. To me, that was so sweet. And then her and I stood there with her husband, and we spoke for at least 10 to 15 minutes, which was so nice. And to think, in the middle of COVID, she wants to stand face to face with me and have a 10-minute conversation about how much she loves the show, how much she likes, how crazy and assertive my personality is. And she gave me a contract. Like, she's like, I live at such and such address. I want to sell my condo there. This is my email address. Send me an email, and then we're looking to buy X, Y, and Z. So it's like, it's incredible. So all I wanted to do was go in and buy some groceries to cook for Instagram and myself. But I left with almost a $6 million contract between selling her place and finding her something else. So I think when it comes to shows and stuff, I think Hot Market is it, right? Like, I am an expert in my field. I'm an expert. I'm a real estate expert. And I think the greatest thing about this show and the greatest thing about this opportunity is that I can put out what I believe in. I have a very lifestyle-based approach to real estate. I have a very lifestyle-based approach to life in general. But I think what's great about this is now I can go out there and I can show people that, I'm more than just capable of negotiating a contract for you. I have lots of personality. It's the most, anxiety-filled thing that you'll ever do in your life because it's such a huge purchase. What I want to do is I want to make that easy for you. Make it lighthearted. Yes, it doesn't take away from buying a house or selling a house, but if you can do it smiling and laughing and having a great time and looking great, who's going to complain about that?
Yeah.
So, are you telling me the next show would be also about real estate?
Oh, stop it. That's not on the list. And unless you're giving me $500, I'm not answering that.
So you're not going to tell us. You're not going to tell us.
See, we have to keep some secrets.
I know. You could do a cooking show. I can tell you that right now. Crazy.
I want to be on your show. I need to be a guest on that.
You have to come now we can, because what Gregor and I do, we have kitchen party. Gregor is amazing cook. I can pair wine with everything she cooks. Perfect. But and a busy party, and that's what we want to do. And hopefully, soon we can do another show because we have so much fun.
Looking forward to
it. Okay, another question. Let's do it.
So that's another $100.
Yes.
So we're at 300 so far.
Yes. You are a good sport.
Yeah.
All right. So we've done 2, we've done 4, we've done 8. Let's go to 6.
Okay. Did you ever represent any high-profile people that we would know? If so, who was it?
So I don't have to disclose this person's name, but can I just suggest?
Suggest, yes.
Okay. So one of my clients. Okay, I'll give you 3, and I'll tell you what they are. But absolutely, one of my clients was inducted into the Order of Canada, which is huge. It's one of the biggest prestigious honors that you can get in this country, which is amazing. And you'd walk through their main living room, and there was this beautiful easel with this beautiful document, and it says such and such and such was inducted into the Order of Canada on this date and blah blah blah. Such a huge honor. It's almost being knighted. I'd love to be Sir Riz Malik. How amazing is that? So that that's great. I had another client who is, pretty much a socialite. I actually have a Toronto Life and a Blog TO article where I spoke about this, and I think the title of the article is Toronto Socialite buys $3 million penthouse at King and Spadina. So that was that.
I have to Google that.
I'll tell you that much. It's a he, and his family is in the jeans business. I'll tell you that. Jeans, like pants.
Yeah. Oh, jeans. I heard jean. I got excited for a moment. Jean.
And then who else can I tell you about?
Okay.
More, but I can't think. I thought of 3, but that's 2.
That's fine. Okay. That's perfectly fine. What do you think, Ada? Another 100?
But I have to Google this.
You have to Google what? You have to Google what, Ada?
Okay, fine. Let's do it. You have to sport. Yes.
We're at $400. That's pretty good.
That's really
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Here's another question.
Okay, so let's do
Yes.
let's do 7.
Lucky 7. Okay, I don't think this is very tough. I know that there is a lot of editing that goes on before we see the final product or final show.
Yes.
Were there any scenes that you wished were kept? And were any scenes that you would prefer not to be shown?
That's such a great question. That I love, because in terms of not being shown, I can tell you right now, like we've been on the phone or we've been on the call now for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and you can tell that I have a very crazy outgoing personality. So with me, I will say anything and everything. I don't care, right? Like I'm not very politically correct. So when it comes to those things, I know that the editors and our production company and also the network, they have a very specific mandate, and which is perfectly fine. And I respect that, right? I think the finished product that they will put out when it comes to me or any of my co-stars, they will make sure that we are presented in our best light possible.
Right.
So in terms of, was anything left out? That's probably a little bit more disappointing, because what's in there, I'm not upset about what's in there, because everything that's in there is gold and it's safe and it's fun and everything is great. But sometimes I will make jokes. Like I had Taylor Swift references in some of my on the fly interviews. I had other things that I had said that got taken out, but that's also because I have to understand there is, just because I said it and I think it's funny and it's amazing, there are legal ramifications, there are like licensing, like all these different things that, these things have to go through before they can actually be aired on television, on a marquee network, right? So I can say it, but doesn't mean it will always end up in the final cut. So, for example, like once for episode 2, because I know I have to give Ada a little bit more this time, otherwise she's not going to give me $100. Because with the last one, she was already like, I have to Google this, and I'm not going to, right? So this time I think I have to give her a little more specific before she gives me $100, or gives the pups $100. Okay, so with one of the references, I think it was for episode 2, where I'm talking about the different choices. Like my client had made these specific choices, and he had renovated his townhouse, and he had associated a certain amount of value with that. And I said, someone else walking in is not going to look at it the same way. If I redesign my space and I spend a lot of money on certain things, I hope someone else will walk in and feel the same way, but chances are they have their own preferences, they have their own likes, they have their own dislikes. So there was a line that I said, I'm not going to go out to market with an overinflated price, because if Taylor Swift has taught me anything, I do not need a bad reputation. So they kept parts of that, but they took out the Taylor Swift part, which I wish they would have kept, but it's Taylor Swift.
We have one more?
One more, yeah.
One more, okay.
Let's go to number 1. Number 1 for last.
Ooh, okay. Easy peasy. Who from real estate is someone that you always admired and continues to inspire you?
That's actually a great question. When I first started in the business, and I've had the pleasure of working with her on a number of occasions, I absolutely love, and have profound respect for Elise Callis. So she's from Harvey Callis. Her and her husband opened up Harvey Callis. And to me, she is such a great role model, and she's such a great, expert in the field. Like just watching her, like having the pleasure of negotiating a transaction with her and just like speaking to her, she's such a beautifully poised human being that I have nothing but the most amazing things to say about her.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that was easy questions.
Easy peasy.
I'm just going to take a second. Wait.
Oh my God, what is she up to now?
What is she up to?
I don't know.
This better be a bonus round. Ah!
This is the troublemaker. She is a troublemaker. You have no idea.
I love him. I locked Luna up because, as you know, because you follow me on Instagram, while I was setting up this laptop for the Zoom call, she was on her cow. She's not fixed, so she humps. She has this great habit of going around and humping. And I was like, we can't have this. This is a PG show. We can't have this X-rated material in the background.
Listen, she does the same, and she's fixed. You know? Sorry. No, okay. Yeah, and she's fixed. And you know what she loves? Her best toy are my wine champagne corks. And I can see her.
She's just like her mama. She's
just like her mama. And I'm sure she's getting drunk off the corks anyway, so it's perfect.
There is something, but you know what? Seriously, there's a fight every night because she goes and she's very particular which cork she likes. I'm thinking, what do you smell? She's like, no, this is not good. This one, no. Oh, this one I like. And I said, no.
So does she prefer the red or the white?
I don't know. I don't even.
Does she like champagne?
Champagne.
Yeah, red, white, or champagne?
Whatever. Yes, exactly. So, wow.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
I want to thank you so much for being in the hot seat for the good cause. We raised $600.
Yes.
Thank you, Canadaland.com, for your donation. They have such a big heart. And
yes,
thank you so much for entertaining our hot seat series. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you. All right. Bye. Thank you.
Thanks.